Want to know about benefits for Krakow taxpayers? You must then watch this video. We will tell you how and where to apply, and much more.
So let's start with basics. What is Karta Krakowska? It is a program introduced in February 2018, which allows residents of Krakow to use a range of different privileges. The primary goal of Karta Krakowska is to promote and develop Krakow by increasing access to public transportation and cultural goods, as well as increasing the city's revenue from personal income tax. It is worth notice that Karta Krakowska is a promotional program for Krakow, introduced by the City Council of Krakow. But Karta Krakowska in quotation marks is a carrier of rights issued as part of the program. The carrier can be Krakowska Karta Majska containing a photograph, Małopolska Agglomeration Card, Krakowska Karta Rodzina, or a student ID card. Therefore, by having one of the above-mentioned documents, such as the Krakowska Karta Majska, we automatically obtain the status of Karta Krakowska and can use all the privileges that come with that status, including discounts offered by commercial partners, which we will discuss more in detail in a moment. Also, by having the Krakowska Karta Majska, you do not necessarily have to purchase a monthly ticket to receive discounts to a museum or spa. More information about the carriers, their types, both plastic and electronic, can be found in the description of this video. Let's talk now about what are the exact benefits for Krakow residents of having Karta Krakowska. First and foremost, having a valid Karta Krakowska enables the purchase of personal monthly tickets for public transportation at a discount of 35%. So, when buying a monthly ticket for one tram or bus line, instead of paying 80 Polish zlotys, a participant of the Karta Krakowska program will pay 54 Polish zlotys. Whereas the network monthly ticket, i.e., for all tram and bus lines, will cost a participant of Karta Krakowska program only 80 Polish zlotys, instead of 148 Polish zlotys if one is not a participant of the Karta Krakowska program. In addition to the discount on public transportation, Karta Krakowska program have access to a wide range of commercial partners that provide discounts on items such as culture, where, among other things, one can get up to 50% discount on entrance tickets to permanent exhibitions at Wawel Castle Museum, or a 15% discount on entries to places such as Water Park, Termabania. For relaxation, there is a 10% discount on the first massage at the medical massage studios. And much more, about which you can find out in the description of this video. So now let's check who can apply for Karta Krakowska. Those who are registered for permanent residency in Krakow, it is essential to note that it must be a permanent stay, not a temporary one. Or people who file personal income tax returns with the tax office responsible for individuals residing in Krakow, indicating Krakow as their place of residence. Also, children of the above persons up to 18 years of age, as well as persons staying in care and educational institutions up to 18 years of age, educators, and directors of these institutions. Now, let's talk about something very important: how to apply for the Karta Krakowska. You can apply for the Karta Krakowska in two ways. Either online by visiting the website www.kk.krakow.pl and following the instructions, or by visiting one of the sales points of the mKKM tickets or the iMKA resident service points. You can find a list of all points, their addresses, and opening hours in the description of this video. What is required when submitting an application for the Krakow Card? Whether we submit an application online or at the mentioned mKKM ticket sales points or resident service points, we will need a recent photo. It should be an identity photo, showing a face evenly illuminated on a light background, without head covering and sunglasses. The face in the photo should occupy about 2/3 of the photo's surface. In the case of online applications, the photo must be a graphic file in JPG or PNG format, and it cannot be larger than 5 megabytes. In the case of paper applications, we must also have the photo in paper form, and on its reverse side, we should write our name and surname. If we do not have a permanent residence in Krakow but have paid tax here, we should also have documents confirming that we have settled the tax in Krakow. It can be either the first page of the PIT 37 form with the tax office stamp or a confirmation of its submission. Please note that such documents are not valid documents for online applications. Alternatively, it can be the first page of the PIT 37 form and additionally an official receipt of PIT delivery, UPO. These documents are sufficient for both paper and electronic application methods. However, if you choose to go to an mPK ticket sales point or a resident service point to submit your application, you should have all the documents printed out. Also, remember that issuing the Krakow Card is free of charge. That is still not all you should know. Validity period of the Krakow Card. The card is valid for 1 year from the day of its acquisition, meaning from the day of positive verification of the complete application. After this period, you must extend the validity of the Krakow Card's entitlements for another year. For persons with a permanent residence in Krakow, the card is issued for an indefinite period.
Hope you know much more now about Karta Krakowska and how you can benefit from it. If you have any question, please leave the comment and we'll do our best to get you an answer.